I'm Tessa Smith with Mama's Geeky. Thank you so much, Jeff, for taking the time.
Of course. Hi, Tessa. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah.
How does it feel, these reviews? I mean, audience critics, everyone loves, rightfully so, this
Uh,
movie.
it's amazing. I mean, we obviously were very proud of the film, and of course, we never want our happiness to come down to how the critics feel about it. But it certainly doesn't hurt anything to have such wonderful sort of sweeping support. And of course, we always make these movies for the fans and for the audiences, and so that's really the one that is the greatest to see that there's such a swell of support from everyone. So no, it's incredible, and we're all very thankful.
So my daughters, they read the comics, they play the game, like they're massive Sonic lore fans. So watching this with them as they literally screamed and jumped throughout the entire thing was fantastic. Do you have like a certain Easter egg or moment that you were most excited to include?
It's not an Easter egg. I really love the Shadow Maria stuff. Like I think that was everyone's biggest question coming into this third film was how are we going to handle it? And like, were we going to, really soften it? Like, were we going to kind of rewrite it? Like, because it's a different tone and it's a different, it's a just a heavier subject matter than we've done in any of these films. And so it's something we worked really hard on. And so just for me, from my standpoint, that's the thing I'm extremely excited about is that was so well received. And even though we made a few tweaks to the canon that fans understood and supported it, and really just seeing all the fan art online and just people have really just fallen in love with this sort of movie version of Shadow and Maria, which is just awesome.
Yeah, it was very well done. It was emotional, but it wasn't too dark. Like it was
Right.
dark, but you didn't like go there. You know?
Yeah, and that was really the trick because again, it's like we didn't want all these we love our family audience, like we never want to betray that sort of the trust that we have with them that we're just suddenly going to veer off into totally different, territory tonally. And so that it really was just it was wonderful to see everyone sort of embrace that their story even if it is, just a little, just a little heavier than what we've done previously.
Yeah, absolutely. And congratulations on four. I mean, with that tease at the end, there was no way you couldn't do it. So I would have been
Yeah,
very
we've
upset.
never teased two characters before, so it's a first time for that. But that's really my favorite aspect of this sort of Sonic universe, and these 30 some years of stories and games is that there's such a great library of characters. I mean, really, it's like, and that's I think what always excites me as we finish one film is knowing we're gonna have the opportunity to introduce new characters that the fans are just really going to be excited about, and this was all that and more, especially again with the dual tease.
Yeah. Now I know everyone talks about Tika's outfits. Are you surprised people figured that out? Because that 100% is a tease, right?
I will leave that continuing to fan speculation. I would love to be that clever, to be have things planned out that far ahead. But no, it's a real testament to how deep into the weeds the fans go, and really they're very smart. They've got really fun opinions. They don't miss a thing. Every pixel gets scrutinized in these films, and it's awesome. You love to see that level of engagement.
Yeah. Now, Jim Carrey, I mean, he's incredible in this, but of course, we say goodbye to both of his characters, sadly. But is there a chance, or do you have a thought of where he could pop up in the future in four or even maybe beyond?
I mean, I love working with Jim Carrey. It's too soon to really say, where things could go from here. But I mean, I'm just so proud of these three films, and I know he's just is having the time of his life, and has had the time of his life playing Robotnik. So yeah, it's something we just have to kind of get into, but too soon to say anything just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have like, do you go into these with like a plan for future stuff that does it always work out that way? Like, whatever you wanted for three, did it end up being what we got? You know what I mean?
Well, definitely. I mean, we do a little bit of advanced thinking because it would feel probably a little reckless to tease characters if you had no idea what you're going to do with them. So no, there always has been, of course, we followed the logical progression of the games. I mean, with Tails being introduced at the end of Sonic 1, because obviously he was introduced in Sonic 2, the video game. And then, of course, Knuckles after that. I mean, we kind of jumped the line a little bit with Shadow because chronologically he doesn't show
Yeah.
up until, I mean, after Metal Sonic and Amy, who were debuted in Sonic CD. So we are kind of like now we're kind of jumping around a little bit, but we always
Amazing.
have a, a story behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I've got to tell you real quick, my daughter said she needs silver next. So that's
Oh,
what
there's a
she
lot of
wants.
Silver fans out there. She's not
Yes.
alone.
All right. Thank you
Tell her
so much.
we'll take it into consideration for sure.
Okay, I'll let her know. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.